Noita is a game I have trouble describing. Sure, the words are there. Noita is a roguelite exploration game. It has a heavy emphasis on building and modifying wands, and the entire world can be interacted with on a pixel by pixel basis. But none of this gets to really what makes Noita so bewitching, like how you never want to open underwater treasure by hand, or how a single drop of water is going to ruin that perfect lake of toxic sludge. Exploding every frame? Perfectly viable method of digging. And the many quirked up creatures of Finland, including but not limited to hundreds of ducks that can and will explode. Side note, vampirism is a socially acceptable lifestyle north of Poland.
Now it's time to.
Noita is many things, but easy to describe might not be one of them. I picked up Noita late last year, and while I've gotten better at playing the game, I still don't know why I've played for quite so long. Since I can't explain it properly, the next best thing I can do is start up a game and see what happens. I'm Extra Shoddy. Welcome to Noita. Side note, there will be spoilers for anything and everything in the game. If I think it's funny and or informative, I'll throw it in, so be warned. There's more to discover than can ever be covered in a single series or even on a single channel. But if you live for the joy of discovering things, feel free to come back after giving the game a go yourself. Noita starts at the mines, the boundary between the great outdoors and the crate indoors. Enemies in the mines aren't the toughest, but everyone here is perfectly capable of putting you another 6 feet under if you don't take them seriously. Long-term success in Noita comes easier with specific goals, so let's set a few for stage 1.
Fall.
We'll get to that last one when we get there. Roguelikes thrive on certain death from uncertain causes, finite resources, and procedural generation. Just about every zone in Noita is procedurally generated, but there are a few set entities that occur in every world. One of these is a pool of lava. Lava is very dangerous. Here, let me demonstrate. We also find a tablet that... Wait a minute. I can't read.
What?
Common sense won't let us go this way any further, so it's time to track back. Early Noita is a balancing act of gathering resources while surviving, and this is encouraged by the staggered exits at the bottom of the stage. Any path you take to the bottom of the stage will lead you to an exit, but later stages almost always require resources from earlier ones. Here are some tips for staying happy, healthy, somewhat lucid during your time underground.
Child proofing.
No game will make you feel like a toddler quite like Noita, and you'll never have a run that wants for forks or electrical sockets. Keeping those vital organs in working order requires a bit of housekeeping. If you see an explosive, disarm it. If you see sludge, give it a few drops of water. If you see something on fire, that's normal.
Terms of engagement.
Enemies in Noita come in all shapes and sizes, usually ranging from small spiders to much larger spiders. Fighting one enemy in Noita is simple enough. Fighting 2 or more is not. Choosing when and how you fight enemies will give you a sturdier lease on life. There's some enemies that you just won't have the tools to deal with when you meet them. It's okay to run away and leave them be.
Use your stuff.
Not all tools are made equal, but every one of them can be useful. Learn the intricacies of your spells, wands, substances, and how they all interact with the world around them. Your timely demise can always be a learning experience, even if the lesson boils down to the most important early game tool will be your water bottle, and a few drops here and there will stop a lot of incremental damage. While we covered the basics, we found a few potions, wands, extra health, and backtracked to pick up an orb. Orbs contain crystallized wisdom with a new spell the first time you find them, and health bonuses every time afterward. Their location is consistent every time you start a new run, so they're a reliable source of extra health. But keep in mind, you can have too much of a good thing. This is the consequence of not staying hydrated. Since we're one foot in the grave and another in, now's a good time to do an inventory. Those last two seem interesting. I know where our library is, and while it might be a hike and a half to get there, we're good for it, aren't we?
2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V.
We're finally here. Now we just need to have a nice talk with the librarian about our overdue books and... That could have gone worse. We've done everything we need to while we're up here, so now's a good time to make our way downstairs. With any luck, we won't be back here anytime soon. We didn't get to talk about getting jumped by bowling balls or drowning the fire demon, but we'll have plenty to discuss next time. Stay tuned until then.